Hi, I'm back. Nice to see you. Good to see you. Um, I need to share some things today that are, in my mind's eye, important. Um, the Lord's been bringing me through a journey of knowledge through Scripture and Revelation and more enlightened knowledge, which has been really incredible. It actually started at 12:37 this morning, like a.m. this morning. I went to bed at 10:30, and I woke up and thinking it was my typical 3 o'clock in the morning. That's time to have prayer. But no, he had me wake up at 12, hence the 12 number from my previous dream. So I had prayer, and then I was going to go back to sleep, and the Lord's like, no, you can't go back to sleep. And so he took me through scripture journey of more light and knowledge of what it is, goes along with the 144,000, okay, plus other details, and I might get to that later, another video. But I needed to focus on this other thing that he just barely brought to my attention. And this other thing that he brought to my attention goes along with why my farm equipment doesn't get back in the field. It goes along with my number 5, September 5th, hence the beginning of the hour. And how late September, early October, there could be issues. Tishri, okay? It brings the France piece. It brings the Germany piece. It brings the Canadian, hence why I saw the storm on the Canadian side that you couldn't see it was coming, but it happened and it joined the storm that was really going on in the States. Okay, that dream. It kind of brings all that stuff together in my mind's eye. And if anyone who's coming onto my channel is new, go back to my other videos and hopefully they'll be more clear if you do them in order. But the Lord brought me to the attention today, after all my scripture studying, that there's a woman named Christine Lagarde. Okay, she's a French lawyer. Okay, she's a manager or director of the International Monetary Fund. Now, she'd given a report in 2014, around the G7 time. So 7 crowns, like 7 nations, I guess, Book of Revelations. Okay, and so she gave a press conference with the National Press Club. Okay, and she was joking about numbers. And before that, I was beginning to just become acquainted with what numbers mean, and they do have significance. But when I saw her, and I saw her evil intent of using them, at the time, like in 2014 when I watched it, it got my attention, like there's something to this, okay? But the Lord brought it back to me again today. And because he's brought me in a journey myself that reflects on numbers in his mindset, not hers. Hers is Illuminati based, it's One World Order based, it's Antichrist based, which goes along with the Lord because the Lord is warning us what the thief will look like. Hence, they're the thief, okay? And so he's shone greater light and knowledge on this issue. And so what she joked about on the 2014 meeting was that the crash could happen, and she was laughing about saying the G7, but maybe the G20 is what she said. And so the G20 got my attention, so I went looking when was the latest G20. And I guess that's when it happened in China, when Obama was kind of snubbed and he had to walk out of the back of the airplane, okay, Air Force One. But that particular meeting, the G20 summit, happened on September 5th, okay, hence the beginning of my hour. Okay, and so the timeline is going, and I know that it's supposed to, I know the crash, financial, because the Lord keeps going, money, finances, hence the equipment not getting back on the field, is about to take place. Like it's really, really soon. Okay, and I believe that the earthquake will be there soon after. I don't know how soon, but it'll be there soon after. So what it was the Lord told me on top of that was that when I went looking for more information about the G20, yes, it happened on September 5th, but the Canadian piece, okay, what was it? Hold on. Trudeau, Trudeau, Justin Trudeau is our prime minister. So he him with Lagarde, that woman, the French lawyer person, they had a Canadian press conference, and it covered the fact that she was congratulating Canadians for our economic policies, and that at the G20 summit that happened on September 5th, Trudeau spoke out against anti-globalization at the summit in China, and that Canada is committed to signing the free trade agreement that's coming up this year and hopefully ratifying it in 2017, at the 2017, before the summit of 2017, which goes along with the adversary getting into the German car, because the 2017 actually happens in Hamburg, Germany. Okay, and it's the 12th meeting, and it's on July 7th and 8th. Okay, so when I told you about the earthquake, 7th, 8th, okay, I'm not saying it's in July. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying numbers are popping up here for me. And so that was brought to my attention. What else was? It was also Chrystia Freeland, who's the international trade minister. She told Trudeau that this trade deal, was a gold-plated deal that will give Canada broader access to a market of more than 400 million people. Lagarde still applauded Canadians, or the Canadian economic policies, including promoting international trade and infrastructure spending as ways of boasting growth. She also said, I really very much hope that Canadian economic policies can actually go viral, and that this energy and this passion for openness can be sufficiently contaminating. So she uses words that are like, for those that are paying attention, they know what those words mean. Contaminating is unique, because in the G7 meeting, she talked about that their people, the elite, are going to have a 7-year growth. Okay, and so when you think of 7-year growth, that means 7 years of poverty, or for us. That's basically what it means. It's kind of like the Joseph, the famine. The famine's about to happen, guys. Okay? And how that's going to happen is because they're going to take it from us. Okay? So that's about to happen. So you can go on looking about all the different countries that are involved in the G20 summit, because they all go along with the one world order that's talked about in Revelations, and hopefully I'll cover that later. But I hope that's helpful. I hope it makes sense. It helped me a lot. So, but I'll leave that with you until I come back with the scriptures that the Lord brought me through this morning. So I'll see you later. Bye.